I'm about to show you how to remove sibilance from your recordings. Naturally, when we say words with the letter S into a microphone, it can sound pretty harsh to our ears, and that is exactly why we use a de-esser. For today's tutorial, I'll be using the stock plugin that comes with Logic Pro, but not to worry, as long as you learn the concept, you can apply this to any recording software. First, let's have a listen to this vocal track without any processing. This is a sibilance test, which should sound pretty harsh to your ears. I shouldn't try to save you, but sometimes I do. As you just heard, some of those S's were pretty sharp, so let's pull up the de-esser, and here's a couple of settings that you should be aware of. Threshold means at which point the de-esser is going to turn on, and you want to set it in a way that the reduction only happens during the S sounds. If you bring it down too much, it's going to start cutting all of the frequencies of the recording, which is not ideal. Reduction means how much of the frequencies we're going to cut, and of course, you get to select which frequencies to attenuate. For the filter, you can choose between a bell curve or a shelf, but since we're targeting specific frequencies, I'm going to go ahead and select the bell curve, and for the range, I like to keep it on wide. Typically, sibilance is going to be found anywhere from 4,000 to 10,000 Hz, and this will change from person to person based on their own voice and microphone, but the best way I found to locate those frequencies is to pull up an EQ, and as your track is playing in the background, watch out for some spikes in that frequency range. However, if you have an EQ that doesn't show the real-time response like mine, then my suggestion would be to play your track and then select 4,000 Hz, then change the frequencies until you see the most reduction happening. So let's have a listen to this track to see if we can locate those frequencies. This is a sibilance test, which should sound pretty harsh to your ears. I shouldn't try to save you, but sometimes I do. To me, that was around 6,000 Hz. And as a rule of thumb, I like to keep the reduction anywhere from 10 to 15 decibels. Of course, your settings may be different depending on how harsh your recording is, but warning, be careful how much you de-ess, because if you overdo it, it can make the person sound like they have a lisp. And by the way, if you're getting value out of this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. So let's do an audio test so you can hear the track before and then after the de-esser is applied. This is a sibilance test, which should sound pretty harsh to your ears. This is a sibilance test, which should sound pretty harsh to your ears. I shouldn't try to save you, but sometimes I do. I shouldn't try to save you, but sometimes I do. And if you want to make your vocals sound even more professional, then make sure to click on this video and I'll teach you how to mix any vocal track using EQ.